and distribution of raw to finished products. And it also includes alcoholic and non-alcoholic beverages. And it plays a major role in every economy. And some of the role that it plays are: one, it helps in job creation; two, with economic growth, and also with global trade. However, as the industry evolves, there are several key trends that are shaping it. And some of it are, firstly, with sustainable packaging; secondly, with food safety; and also now consumers are shifting more to plant-based foods. And this trend has created an opportunity for businesses to develop new food products to help meet the expectation of consumers. And we have both the large companies and then the small and medium scale that are also shifting to take advantage of this. But however, with the large food beverages, they have structured business models that make sure that from their product development to when the food gets to the consumer, they have systems in place. However, the small businesses, they do not have business model, which affects their survival and growth. For this reason, it is important to develop clear business model to help small businesses and guide their strategic decisions, ensure their financial stability and their long-term growth. So why this study? So worldwide, small businesses are known as the backbone of every economy, and they drive innovations, jobs, and economic growth. However, they face several challenges. And with this, it threatens their long-term growth and survival. Like the Small Business Administration, they made a research, and they shows that about 5% of the small businesses, they do not make it to their first anniversary, whilst about 20% of them fail during their second anniversary, and about 50% of them also fail within 5 years. And with this, small food businesses like restaurants and specialty food producers are particularly vulnerable. And these challenges, it contributes to their higher than average failure rate. So whilst we have several researchers that are researching why small businesses fail, there's not been a sector-specific one to guide them with their strategic growth. For this reason, we are using a case study to fill this empirical void by using plant-based beverages that are made from millet and then hibiscus and corn to do this. So for this, the purpose of this study was to develop a comprehensive process flow for establishing a small businesses using plant-based beverages made from millet, hibiscus, corn as a case study. And the specific objectives were to standardize the recipes, and secondly, to perform a sensory evaluation. So this is a bigger form of research, but I'm just presenting on a specific aspect of it. So with this, we know that with food businesses, most of them, before they start, you have to get your golden recipe. However, most of them do not really have this. They just do tasting with their families to make sure that, oh, this is okay. But for you to ensure that you have a growth and survival in this, you have to make sure that you have a standardized recipe that you will scale it up. So with this, with the hibiscus, we standardize the recipe, which we have the beetroot, the hibiscus, ginger, water, and the spices. And with this, with preparing it, we boil the water, and then after that, the hibiscus was added, the spices were blended, the mixture was sieved, and then allowed overnight for it to ferment. With the millet drink also, the millet was standardized. We have the millet, ginger, sugar, water, and some spices as the standardized recipe. And to do this, the millet was soaked for 2 days, and on the third day, it was blended with the spices. It was then sieved, sweetened to taste, and allowed to ferment overnight. The corn pineapple drink was also standardized, which we have the sprouted corn, the ginger, the pineapple, lemon as well. And with this, the corn was crushed and it was boiled and allowed to ferment. The ginger was blended, sieved, we added mint, and then the pineapple was also juiced and added to the mixture and left overnight for it to ferment. And with our survey, we had two sections. We had the sensory evaluation part, and then we had the demographic part. And with the data collection, it was collected on Tuskegee University campus and also during the 2023 Farmers PAWC. So with the Century procedure, the drinks were served in a 1.5-ounce bottle that was coded, and consumers were allowed to drink and assess it based on the visual appearance, the taste, the flavor, aroma, and overall acceptability. And with this, you scale it based on whether you like it or not on the 7-point hedonic scale. And on to the results. In all, we had 113 individuals participating, and with this we had majority being female, which formed about 57.52% of it, and also with the age we had majority being within the ages of 18 to 24 years, which formed 38.05%. With the race we had majority being blacks, and they formed 84.07% as well. And with the Century evaluation, with millet drink, aside the visual appearance, it had the highest score for all the Century attributes, the highest mean score, whilst hibiscus, with the physical appearance, it had the highest score and had the lowest score for the remaining Century attributes. And with corn, it had the second highest score for all the Century attributes. With this, and then looking at other factors, we considered the millet drink to be the major one, which we went on to package it as well. So in conclusion, this research introduced a replica flow to guide small food businesses to help them with their product development challenges, and it offers a guide for small food businesses, aspiring food entrepreneurs, and individuals starting food ventures to effectively navigate these challenges. However, we are yet to test it to know its long-term sustainability and scalability. So future research, we are going to investigate the strategies for scaling, testing, and validating the model in the real world. I would like to acknowledge my advisors and my funding agency, and these are my references. Thank you.
Questions?